If you have the Potensic Atom 2, but you wish you didn't have to set up the controller with your phone every time you fly, this might be of interest. Quick unboxing. I'd like to thank Potensic for sending this in for review. I'm really glad they've made this because I like the Atom 2, but I don't like having to use my phone every time I fly. It's just one more battery to worry about keeping charged, and the display dims when it heats up in direct sunlight. So having a dedicated remote with a display makes for a much better experience. The build quality is really nice. It doesn't squeak or creak or rattle. The hand grips are rubberized and nicely shaped for comfort. The sticks are stored in the back, and the antennas fold away when not in use. The display is brilliant. It's large and bright. I'm so glad they didn't cut corners with the quality of the display. It's really nice. Here it is beside the standard remote. It's basically the same size and design, so if you know your way around the old one, this will feel exactly the same in terms of controls and button layout. Once the phone is in, the old remote is bigger, and this is with a Samsung S10e, which is on the small side by today's standards. The video feed transmits in 1080p with a latency of 120 milliseconds. They claim the range is up to 10 kilometers. There's a 6400 mAh battery and it supports fast charging up to 27 watts, so it can go from 0 to 90% in about 85 minutes. It has 32 gig of internal storage for your screen recordings and a micro SD card slot if you need more. The user interface is pretty straightforward and intuitive. They've kept it as simple as possible while still giving you all the settings you need. To pair it to the Atom 2 for the first time, go to Calibration and repair the drone, and it'll search for it and connect to the Atom 2. And then you'll be able to configure all your settings the way you like it. So that's the PTD1. You just hit fly now. It's a nice bright display, even in the sun. That's direct sunlight. It's very easy to see, so we'll give it a try. Got some more tips. The first time you use it, you'll get all sorts of tips and tricks, but once you've cleared them, they won't bother you anymore. So it's a really nice display. It's a good size display as well. So C1 flips the camera straight down. Press it again and it flips it back up. C2, sport mode, video, normal. So of course sport mode is the fastest, normal is medium, and video is kind of like cinema mode, which will be the slowest and smoothest. Got some geese flying overhead. It feels very nice in the hand. Of course, you've got the camera button for taking photos and the record button for starting and stopping video. Home button to return to home, and then just the power button. Micro SD card, charging port USB-C, and these are screw sockets, so you can screw in some little rings and have a lanyard or a neck strap, which I'll definitely be doing. So I like to just have a short piece of rope on two little screws so I can hold it like this whenever I'm holding the drone with the other hand. I'm really glad Potensic has released this product because I'm not a huge fan of strapping my phone to a controller and plugging it into the cable. I like to have a dedicated device to control the drone, and my phone can be separate. Of course, we've got the wheel for smoother adjustments of the angle of the gimbal. So that's the PTD1. I'm very happy to see this being released from Potensic. It makes flying the Atom 2 a lot more enjoyable. That's it for this one. If you found this useful or interesting, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.